Failure. We celebrate it like it's some kind of badge of honor. Fail fast, fail forward, fail better. But here's what nobody wants to admit. The ability to fail is a luxury most people can't even afford.
The greatest successes come from having the freedom to fail.
You've heard of Michael Jordan's story, right? Cut from his high school varsity basketball team, rejected, told he wasn't good enough. The ultimate comeback story, right? But here's what they don't tell you. He wasn't cut from the basketball team entirely. He made the junior varsity team instead. He was already a talented athlete. His family supported his dream. And most importantly, he had time. Time to practice, time to develop, time to prove himself again the next year. He had the privilege to keep playing. And don't get me wrong, the rejection hurt. His work ethic was legendary, but he had something millions of people don't have. The ability to fail at one level and still have another opportunity to try again. Let me tell you about someone else. A 32-year-old single mother working 2 jobs. She dreams of starting her own bakery. She's good at it too. Everyone tells her so. But she can't afford to fail, because failure doesn't mean a setback for her. It means her kids don't get to eat. She loses her apartment. There's no second chance. For her, failure isn't a lesson. It's catastrophic. And yet we live in a world that glorifies the entrepreneur who maxed out credit cards and bet it all on their startup. We praise the artists who quit their job to follow their passion. But we never ask, who could afford to take that bet in the first place? Now, I'm not saying success is only about privilege. That would be just as dishonest as pretending privilege doesn't matter. There are people who started with nothing and built something incredible. People who risked it all because they had no other choice. People who succeeded against impossible odds. But for every one of those stories, there are thousands we never hear about. People who took the same risk and failed and couldn't recover. We only celebrate the survivors. If you have the privilege to fail, and I mean really fail, multiple times without destroying your life, then you have a responsibility. Not to feel guilty about it, but to use it to your advantage. Because the world needs people who can afford to take risks, who can experiment, who can innovate, who can create things that might not work. But we also need to stop pretending that everyone has that option. We need to stop saying just follow your passion without acknowledging that some people are following their survival. And if you're watching this and you have the ability to fail right now, and it could be because you're young, or you have savings, or because you have your family's support right behind you, then this is your moment. Not because you should embrace failure, but because you have access to something rare, the ability to try without it costing you everything. But if you can't afford to fail right now, that doesn't make you weak. That doesn't mean you're not ambitious enough. It just means you're responsible. And maybe, just maybe, the goal shouldn't be to celebrate failure at all. Maybe the goal should be to create a world where more people have the freedom to try, where taking a risk doesn't mean losing everything, where failure is a lesson, not a sentence. So ask yourself, do you have the privilege to fail? Not as a judgment, but as an honest assessment. Because if you do, don't waste it. Use it. Try something. Build something cool. Create something. And if you don't, if you're just grinding just to survive, then know this, you're not failing or falling behind. You're doing what you have to do. The privilege of failure isn't about being better or worse than anyone else. It's about being honest about who gets to take the risk and who doesn't.